You're watching Sun TV, broadcasting to the world from studios in Providenciales, in the beautiful by nature Turks and Caicos Islands. Sun TV, your source for real news as it happens.
In our headlines today, 2 women taken to hospital after an accident on Airport Road. A police post opens in Blue Hills. There's a new travel policy in place for official travel by ministers, members of parliament, and government officials. Premier Ewing denies signing any tourism agreement with Haiti, and Immigration Minister Don Hugh Gardner says government will not get involved in the sale of WIV Channel 4. I'm Tadleen Dafferlin, and thanks for watching Sun TV, the #1 source for television news in the Turks and Caicos Islands. 2 employees of Grace Bay Car Rental was taken to the hospital after being involved in a 2-car accident on Airport Road on Monday afternoon. The white car with the 2 car rental employees inside received damage to the driver's side, while the black car received extensive frontal damage, causing both airbags to release. A team from the EMS carried the driver on a stretcher to the Cheshire Hall Medical Center for treatment. Cabinet ministers and all government officials will now be governed by a new travel policy. This was one of the main items discussed at the 26th meeting of the Cabinet on Wednesday, December 11, 2013, at the House of Assembly building in Grand Turk. Premier Dr. Rufus Ewing tells us more about the new policy, which will be published in the Gazette.
Basically, the changes that were being made were changes related to the class of travel, and greater accountability in regards to basically with regards to receipts being submitted upon return from travel.
Was that a problem before?
No, it was not a problem before. It's just mean that there needs to be any gaps or loophole, and just a reminder so that persons will definitely comply. Because as you know, this was something that was in place long ago, but it was never complied with, even before this new policy, but it was never complied with. So we need to make sure that it's complied with across the board.
It's a government-wide policy.
Yes, and it's a government-wide policy, not just ministers' policy. It's a policy for all government officials.
Premier and Minister of Education Dr. Rufus Ewing has denied reports that the Turks and Caicos Islands and Haiti have signed a tourism memorandum of understanding. The Premier's denial came at a time when Haiti's Minister of Tourism, Stephanie Bellemare Valadorin, paid a visit to the Turks and Caicos Islands.
Well, if she's in country, I welcome her to Turks and Caicos and to discuss areas related to tourism. I know it has been stated before, and even though I stated over and over again, persons stated that she's coming to sign an MOU. I will say it again, that the government doesn't have no intention of signing any MOU that I know of with Haiti as it relates to tourism at this point in time. We have to focus on our own tourism product. We have Grand Turk that we have to market. We have Salt Cakes that we have to market. The Caicos Islands that we have to market. And so our focus in terms of promoting tourism will be focusing on Turks and Caicos, the Family Islands, Grand Turk, Salt Caicos. But we would like to have more tourists coming from Haiti via Air France and the likes. But those will happen naturally if there's opportunity for the private sector here in Turks and Caicos to engage Haiti on a one-day trip package. That's a matter for the private sector. That's not a matter for the government at this point in time.
Minister of Immigration, Labor and Border Control Don Hugh Gardner says government has no reason to get involved in the recent sale of WIV Channel 4. Honorable Gardner said that it was a private sale and there was no need for government intervention.
The matters regarding the purchase and sale of WIV Channel 4 was a private matter between the shareholders of WIV Channel 4 and the persons that bought it. No one has actually said anything. No one has actually said anything to us concerning the purchase or sale. None of their employees would have said anything to us. and none of their employees would have said anything to us concerning the matter, and so I would have no opportunity to comment unless or to get involved unless there is a complaint made by individuals who would have been employed there. Up to now, I have not had any information from any employee or anyone involved with the purchase and sale of WIV Channel 4.
Life moves fast. It's extraordinary what you can see when you take a second look. Capture the extraordinary around you with Digicel's 4G mobile internet. Share the moment instantly with our superfast speeds on your mobile device. The internet as it was meant to be. Only with Digicel 4G. Digicel. Be extraordinary.
A new police post has been opened in Blue Hills to serve what is the largest community in the Turks and Caicos Islands. The police post, which will not be opened on a 24/7 basis, is expected to reduce the number of crimes that have been committed in the two low-cost housing developments in the recent times. The opening ceremony, which was held on Friday, December 13th, and was addressed by Premier Honorable Dr. Rufus Ewing, Governor Peter Buckingham, Commissioner of Police Colin Farquhar. Premier Ewing said it was delighted that the police post is open because it would allow police to be more proactive in solving crime.
The community of Blue Hills have expanded tremendously with the development of Whelan, with Phase 2, affordable homes development, the development of Millennium Heights, affordable homes development, and also development along the Millennium Highway. And this has, again, necessitated the need for increased engagement within the communities because of the increase in petty crime, criminal activities, gang-related incidents, and these are issues that will damage a community. And so I am very delighted to see that this police post here today will act as a center of coordination of community-based policing. It will allow for our police officers to better engage in our communities, the communities of Whelan, of Blue Hills, the communities of Millennium Heights, so that you, the citizens or residents of these communities, can be the eyes and ears of the police officers, share information, so that, as the Commissioner said, not be reactive to crime, but be proactive in preventing crime, also in solving crime. And so I welcome this police post.
Governor Peter Buckingham said the low crime rate is one of TCI's biggest selling points and should be preserved.
The reputation of TCI for a low crime rate is one of the biggest selling points that we have as a community in North America. And if, heaven forbid, that reputation were to be tarnished, then clearly the long-term harm to all of us, to our communities, would be severe. So any development of this sort to improve and enhance security in whatever part of TCI is clearly of great importance.
Commissioner of Police Colin Farquhar said he doesn't want police officers to be just sitting in the police station. He said they need to be on the beat. He also announced that the force will receive 18 new vehicles early next year.
Blue Hills Police Post represents our commitment to the communities of Blue Hills and Whelan. This area represents one of the largest residential areas on Providenciales and has needed an increased police presence for some time. While we try to do this by patrols, we are hampered somewhat by our outdated fleet of vehicles. We look forward to receiving 18 new SUVs and a 15-passenger van in early 2014. It is important that the police are in each and every community of TCI, but this does not mean staffing a police station. Hence, I do not want officers sitting in a police station. Police stations need to be staffed, and having staff in a station takes away from officers patrolling and engaging in the community. Police need to be proactive and not reactive, and this can only be completed through true community policing. The Blue Hills Police Post will not be open 24/7, but it is a place of contact for the police. The police will be able to schedule appointments with people to give witness statements, take complaints, etc. However, it is also a place for the police to rest and perhaps have lunch during their shift. The officer will be open sporadically, and appropriate signs will direct people to call 911 if no one is at the office.
Assistant Superintendent Mary Durham, who chaired the ceremony, said the new post will reduce crime in the area and increase the sense of security.
By increasing the police presence in this area, it is hoped that it will reduce crime and at the same time increase the public sense of security. I must emphasize that it is important for residents to feel safe in their community. And indeed, this police post will increase police presence in this community. We intend to do everything in our power to make sure that Blue Hills, like every other community, is kept safe.
MP Delroy Williams said he is happy that the post has been opened, but he said he wished it was a 24/7 operation.
I'm real happy. It's something that I promised the people that we would deliver on, and I'm happy today that it's been open. It will bring some sense of security to most of the residents, because as you know, there have been a lot of petty crimes in this area. And once the police come in with an attitude to work with the community works with them, we all work together, we'll make the community a better place. We just had a lot of, when I say petty crime, I mean like house burglaries, people breaking in your homes and stealing your appliances and small stuff like that. The next thing we're trying to work on now, we had some additional lights already, but we need to get some more, because if you can remember that they had a murder and they dumped the body down in this area. So we're working tirelessly with the EMS department to see if we could rectify that problem and adding some more lights. I would like to see it on 24-hour shift, but for now it's just an outpost where officers will be in the area doing their surveillance, and they will just come here, as the commissioner said, to rest or to do their reports and stuff. But I'm sure with time we would get it up to a 24-hour police station.
Well, that's our Sun TV News Brief for today. Join us again tomorrow when we bring you real news as it happens, directly to your computer, mobile device, or smartphone. If you know anyone living overseas who would like to keep up with what is happening in the Turks and Caicos Islands, get them to email us at sun@suntci.com so we can add them to our mailing list to get Sun TV News. Thanks for watching. I'm Toddleen Jafferlin.